everybody, it's Mindy here at Bayside Corals. I'm here today with the Hanna checker for phosphate. It's not the most interesting box, but it is an excellent test kit for phosphate, giving you a digital readout. Let's take a closer look. So I have a few tips to make the testing more accurate. I've been able to test phosphate using ICP OEE testing, which tests the different ions. That has proved that the way that I do this kit testing is accurate. They do give you 2 vials, and I suggest that you just use one from the beginning of the test to the end of the test. Importantly, once you fill it up, I've already put water in here, you need to make sure that the cuvette is very clean. So make sure that you don't have any fingerprints on it at all. Now I use a 5 milliliter syringe to fill it up to the 10 millimeter mark, and then you take your checker, turn it on, push the button once, it'll say add C1, that's for cuvette 1, and you can see here that I have put a line on the checker. I always make sure that I put the cuvette in there the exact same direction each time because there may be discrepancies in it. I line up that line with the one on the 10 that's written on the cuvette, put it in there, and you press the button and it will be zeroing it. So it's taking the color of your water and making sure that it's at 0. Now when it says add C2, you can take it out of the vial and we will add the powder. Now the best way to do this that I've found is feel around for the spot where you have the most powder. It's down in this corner right now. Squish up the other corner so there's air in it, give it a couple flicks, and this will knock all of the powder down into the bottom. You can then take a pair of scissors and cut off the opposite 2 sides. Now you can open it up like a bird beak, push the 2 sides together, you can open it up like a bird beak, make a little trough, and it's perfect for pouring into the cuvette. Now you can take that, pour it right in there, give it a couple flicks to get it out. You don't have to get every single last crumb out, but get most of it out. Now grab the vial at the bottom so you don't put any fingerprints in the middle of it where it's going to be doing the testing. Put the lid back on and gently rock it back and forth to mix. Now when it's most of the way mixed up, we can take our checker and you push and hold the button down, and you'll see that it goes to 3 minutes. You can release it now and it will count down from 3 minutes. What I like to do at this point is I just let the cuvette sit here and I will come back a few times and give it a couple turns to make sure that it's very well stirred up. And now we just sit here and wait for 2 minutes. I'll put the vial back in there when it says 1 minute left. Alright, so you saw when I put the cuvette back in there, I made sure that I lined up that 1 on the 10 on the cuvette with that black line on there. We're just about done now, and I suggest that you either hold it very steady while it's testing or you put it onto a stable surface. And we got 10 seconds left. I'll put it down and let's see what it says. You'll see it says 0.11, and that's in parts per million. Write that down quickly because it only stays on the display for about 10 seconds and then it turns off. See, it's off, so don't miss it. I would suggest when you are done with your test, you remove the cuvette, make sure that you empty it out fully and rinse it several times in the hottest water that you can stand, and then use a piece of paper towel. It works especially well if you put a skewer or something in there and you can rub it around to clean it out really well. The blue color that shows up if you have high phosphate will actually stain the cuvette, so it's very important that you take the time to clean the cuvette out really well. Alright, and that is one of the easiest and most accurate ways to test phosphate using the Hanna checker.